pretty mighty juggy out there.
I know. That's what I'm doing. I'm just waiting for 1, 2. Used to know it, now I don't. Now you don't know I'm a fool. Something saying, there's something telling me don't you move. Please stay. Nothing else has to lose. Forever free, forever mindless. You know how it do. Baby, it's just me and you. I carry around my 64-ounce water jug all the time. You know you gotta stay hydrated. People call me healthy, but they don't know what I do.
Vitality.
Yeah, it's all about vitality here at the stew.
Awesome vibes.
Yeah, according to Zayd, it's all about them vibes. Oh yeah, we don't go to no Whole Foods, it's only half.
Only Trader Joe's.
You know everybody jealous because we go to the Whole Foods 24/7, we can't do half. We only whole ass.
Sorry to use half-assed food.
Yeah. Crispy cookies all the time, you can't help me.
Fuck these half-baked
But
goods.
you know that I can help you. Guys, today is a day. Today
is a day?
Today is a day.
I don't know.
It's just
today
a
was
day.
today.
I know you guys were expecting something else, but it's just a day. But you know what? I guess
What kind of day is it?
we can tell them. We can tell them. We can tell them for sure.
You know what kind of day it is?
It's a day for episode 59. That's for sure.
God damn, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Nostradamus over
Sheesh.
here, Jesus.
Woo!
Good
All right.
Lord.
We are fired up today. And it's not about any particular topic, but we're just, man, I'm so happy to just come here and talk to you guys.
Fired up to be alive.
It felt like it's
Yes.
been a month
Yeah.
since we recorded.
For real.
Even
And
though
it's only been a
week.
freaking week.
This week,
That goes to show you.
it's been a lot.
Yeah.
It's been too much.
It's been a bit.
People are worried about shopping. I'm worried about life, right?
Wait, who's worried about shopping?
I don't know, man. A lot of people.
Well, all I'm saying is what happened to, like, do you remember? Well, and we're all tired because of the election. Let's be honest here.
I'm not.
Let's
Yeah,
stop tiptoeing around.
there you go. That was the week. That was the day.
That was the week.
Yeah.
The shit kicked
That
off on
extended into a-
Tuesday. Kept
Yeah.
us in suspension till it's not even done. It's
No, it's not. Not
Well,
even. Well,
President Biden.
yeah.
No.
Well,
Projected President Biden.
Yes, there we go. Well,
Last time I checked, Al Gore was projected against Bush.
whoa.
And guess who won?
Wow.
Bush.
George W.
George
That
W.
is actually true.
That
Yeah,
is
it's very
true.
true.
That is something a lot of people forget. But as of right now, the closest thing we have.
We have light.
We do. Damn, that is bright.
That
That is a
right.
bright screen,
Yo,
son.
we got an OBS. Whoa.
Yo, can
Yeah, don't worry about
we bust
that.
out some Minecraft right now?
I actually can if you
Sure.
want.
Here's- that is a fire soundtrack.
If
by
you're
the way.
about, it's really good. I wish we could play it without
really
a
gets you in the
copyright
zone.
strike.
Yeah.
That's
Really
like
gets you in the zone.
the original lo-fi.
Oh yeah. With your parents fighting in the back.
You have to,
I love those remixes on
Yeah.
YouTube where it's like so random, where it's like
divorce.
Like
it's
a-
like one of them was playing Call of Duty World at War during the 4th of July,
Yeah.
and none of your friends are in town.
Oh my.
It's like something like that.
Why has everyone been through that?
It's because I don't know, man. It's just
It's
everybody's
weird.
been there.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what it's like.
My favorite.
Nobody wants to be alone.
My favorite is probably it's 10:37 p.m. On an autumn night with your hoodie on, your parents fighting in the back.
Listening to sad lo-fi.
Yeah. While your fan is on or some shit. Like, you know?
Why do people listen to that though?
Because it's interesting.
Sad lo-fi?
Does that fall under?
No, not sad lo-fi. I mean, like,
Like
why
the
do you want to
detailed
listen to?
description.
Why do you want to listen to lo-fi beats when you hear two people screaming at each other? Like,
Yeah.
you. It's like, you fucking, I'm gonna fucking, and then
Yeah.
you just hear.
It's lo-fi.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, you fucking piece of shit. Hey, come here. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. Like,
literally-
why?
That's literally what it is. And it's
Headbanging.
funny.
Is that therapeutic to people? Is it
Lo-fi?
no,
Of course
well,
it is.
No, not lo-fi.
here.
No, lo-fi plus the other stuff.
Well, they're listening to lo-fi to drown out the other stuff.
Well, no. But
It's a
here's-
video on YouTube that has both of those together.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like a picture of somebody's bedroom and there's a door
Yeah.
that's slightly left ajar. And then, like, that's where the parents are screaming in the
Yeah.
background. And then they have,
Yeah.
like, the Minecraft playlist.
So picture this title. It
Soundtrack.
literally just says, a cold,
Oh,
Whoa,
that's a
wait.
copyright claim.
a cold water.
Keep yourself in check, bitch.
cold water. What the hell am I saying? Thanks for ruining that.
A cold water?
What are you
What the
saying?
fuck kind of
I was
tangent
saying-
are you
dude,
on?
I don't know. He played a sound randomly. But anyway, imagine this title, right? It just says, a freaking cold winter evening, 10:37 p.m. with my mom screaming at my sister.
Oh, that's an
With
actual...
the fan on. Or like the AC's on.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
weird.
Like,
I don't know.
you know? So you hear everything. You hear the fan, you hear the...
I don't know why people would want to listen to that.
Well, it's a memory, and a lot of people have been there, I guess.
Why would you want to relive domestic abuse?
Maybe because you actually had a home at one point.
Yeah, this one right here. Playing Minecraft on a cool 2012 autumn night while your parents fight downstairs ASMR. It has 17,000 views and it's 58 seconds long.
Oh
or
my
55,
God.
excuse me.
I'm happy it only has 17K.
Sorry, my bad. So for those that are at home right now, we're showing Zaid what we're talking about. It's just two people screaming at each other in the background. I'm pausing it after that because I don't
Yeah.
want the Minecraft copyright.
Yeah.
That is actually
Literally.
insane.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's a ton of them that are like that.
So think about it. Dude, these videos are made... I discovered these videos when I was in dark times. I was on YouTube 24/7. I would turn on a candle and just sit there on my computer for hours, unemployed, just filled with ideas, but I had no outlet, nothing. And I would just sit there and go through these videos. And these videos, the titles would just get you. That's the thing. It would be like, "Hey there, Delilah," playing in a Toys R Us, in an abandoned Toys R Us. Imagine that. An empty Toys R Us with traffic in the background.
Okay.
So it's just, you can hear
so
it.
random.
Dude, it sounds like there's like 150 speakers in this store just echoing everywhere, "Hey there, Delilah." Does that not sound interesting?
I can see the appeal to that.
Yeah.
But I don't know why traffic in the background.
But here's the
Because you're
thing.
inside of a Walmart.
When people mix that stuff, they build an atmosphere. So
Mhm.
when, especially if you have headphones on, you're in a whole different world, dude.
Yeah.
You're like in a... "Hey there, Delilah."
no, but it's like way in the background. So
Yeah.
it's like, "Hey there, Delilah, what's it like from New York City?"
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that.
You have an obsession with Walmart that we don't know about?
little bit.
Walmart.
Yeah.
I
You
said,
said Walmart.
I said Toys R Us.
Oh, did he?
He did say Toys R Us, to be fair.
Come on, dude.
Basically the same shit.
Don't you ever put words in my
I
mouth.
think Toys R Us is Toys R Us is a glorified
You're right.
Walmart for kids.
Yo, what is that? Wait.
That is the Mac OS Catalina. That's the most
Nice.
recent update that they're on.
Do you know how much heavy editing they do for their stuff?
Oh, quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
But that's why they always look so good.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that real life is ugly, but like when you throw a bunch of filters on it, it looks a lot prettier usually, doesn't it?
for default Mac backgrounds.
That's
it has to
weirdly
be.
metaphorical. That's
It is what it is.
Deep Thoughts, sponsored by Logan Cyphers.
What kind of deep thoughts do you have today, Sid?
yeah. Is there anything crawling around in there that we need to know about?
I don't think so.
You seem very mellow today.
I
And I
have
kind
a
of like
quiet
it.
mind.
I kind of like it today. Were you? Wait, hold on. You
Okay.
know what you look like today?
What?
It's not a person. You just look very inspired.
It's because I'm always inspired.
What is it?
Damn, dude. Because I'm the most inspirational
What does somebody that's inspired look like to you?
He's just a calm
Glowing.
mind. Someone that's collected, happy.
But I mean, like, you describe pregnant women as glowing.
Wait, what?
what?
Have you not heard of that?
No.
Oh, well, yeah.
There's like the glow of pregnant women.
Oh, I thought you said he
I
described.
don't think I've ever heard of that.
You've never heard of that?
No.
Yeah,
You've never heard somebody say to a pregnant lady, like, well, how many pregnant women are you around is the real question.
One every year.
What?
What?
It's a
I
lot.
come across a pregnant woman who like once every year. It's rare.
Oh, okay. I get you.
No, I don't know any personally.
I have my 1 year annual quota for meeting pregnant women.
I need to meet it.
No more, no less. I can't go a year without seeing one,
Damn.
and I can't go a year without seeing more than one.
Too much
It's like
labor.
a credit
going
card
on.
annual fee, dude. Excited about that.
It's like getting your physical.
Yeah.
It's like once a year.
Yeah, man.
Cruising to the DMV.
Yeah.
Cruising to the DMV.
Yo, the DMV is the worst. How have we not figured
Bro,
out a better system for
Fuck
that shit?
the DMV.
And actually, you know what? That brings up a better question.
Bro.
Sorry, hold on. I'm about to go on a mini rant right now.
Okay.
This is what really grinds my gears.
And then I have something to say right after, so hurry up.
So, say your shit because no one cares.
Hurry up, bitch.
No, why is it that our government is still using incredibly outdated technology?
We know
Is
the
it,
answer
though?
to that.
It's almost a known fact that the technology we use on a commercial basis is better than the majority of the technology that the government's using.
And
They're
okay,
using like
On
Windows.
a standard base, on
so
like a daily basis.
when you say government, what does that mean? Does that mean like
All government.
like police academies?
everything.
Everything. Okay.
The
It's the
majority of the
shittiest
government,
computers.
The majority of the
okay.
government still allegedly runs Windows 7,
What the hell?
which has already been de-optimized for a lot of
Yeah.
shit.
There
not
was a
allowed to
final
use
update.
it. Yeah.
There was a season finale for the updates.
Or like here's another example, right?
Yeah.
Or when I said DMV,
Mhm.
the reason why I even brought it up is because when I went to go get my driver's license, which was a while ago, like
Mhm.
6 years ago, but I know they haven't updated since. We were talking to this dude who was working there and we're like, "Hey, why the hell is this taking so long?
Mhm.
Like why have we been waiting in here for hours even though we have an appointment for this time?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, it's just really hard. Like our internal servers, like they don't communicate amongst different locations, and like the stream of information is unbelievably slow."
I see what you meant by
And I was like, "Why is that?"
yeah.
It's like we're running Windows 7. I'm like, "What?"
Windows 7. I'm surprised they're not running Windows Vista.
Or Windows XP.
Oh my god. XP is at least paid, bro. Vista was
Well,
like
I mean,
the shitty.
I mean, Guitar Center's still using fucking DOS for all.
Dude, that
You're
shit looked like the
right, dude.
Matrix the first time I saw
It's
that.
embarrassing.
It's like green coded fucking
Yeah,
letters
bro.
flying
I asked the
around.
guy every
like,
time I get
he's
the
like
same-
refunding in 20%. I'm like, oh, what?
every time I get the
Just
same
a loading
answer,
screen?
and
Yeah.
the answer isn't any less alarming.
Yeah.
The only reason they haven't switched to something new is because they're like, our entire system would crash and it'd be complicated to fix. Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
You get a better system so it works better. Like, why would you stick with this old system, which, yeah, it works, but it's still
Yeah,
pretty shit.
but dude,
for the most
imagine
part.
training someone that's new on those registers. Like, here's how you look up an item. You're gonna type in 0001000 parentheses exclamation 00, and then the item number.
Dude, that's a fucking
You're like,
nightmare.
what is going on, dude? Why is command prompt on? Am I in the system? I can't tell.
Why is the startup menu?
Am I in the system?
What is this, dude? Yeah.
How do you think their
What's-
hour clocking system works?
I have. Oh, dude, it's still the time punch card.
Dude, I remember those. I actually
What do you
used
mean you
one-
remember
No, I actually
those?
used one of those.
Yeah,
in one
some-
of my first jobs.
Some places
Really?
still have them.
City
Still have
collision.
them till this day. Can you believe that?
Till this day.
Till this day.
I mean, we just swapped out the big, like with a big electronic system instead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just put in your 4-digit number and you're clocked in or whatever.
Mhm.
How do they do it at Target? How do they track
It's
hours?
it's just an iPad.
Yeah, that's just four digits, whatever, and then
Yeah.
you do clock in or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, exactly.
So what job were you working where you used a
It was
time
City
code?
Collision. Well, it was on the wall, but like you put the stamp, you put the whatever card in, and it just boop.
Really?
What do you mean? Boop or
I think it puts a hole.
No,
through the
what
oh,
what
paper
it
or
does, there's like
something.
a clock above, and when you stick the card in there,
Yeah.
it'll stamp out a specific time that
It was trippy.
showed up.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That
I wonder
makes
why.
sense.
I mean,
save costs, honestly, probably.
Well, I mean, you do have to pay if the machine breaks. You have to pay for that. There's
Yeah.
the paper costs every year. There's a whole bunch of shit.
I would imagine the
going on with
government
that.
has a shitty system because they're saving money
Well, imagine this.
in the
dude.
short run.
I mean, we can buy a what was it? We made these new jets that cost over $1 billion each to produce. It was
No,
like
we-
some stupid amount. Like it was either $1 billion or $12 billion. Yet
we can't set
we
aside
still
a
run fucking
fraction
Windows
of
7.
that.
We still run Windows 7.
But let's pay for $700 hammers. Why not?
I bet you of that 12 billion, probably half of it could replace half of the network.
Yeah.
It's like the United States.
Common sense.
Do you want to hear something hilarious?
No.
Please.
Zaid, can you talk about something unfunny?
No.
All right. So
Okay,
let's hear
where's this
something-
going?
Let's hear something funny.
Okay, we're just gonna stay silent.
That's it. Episode 59 is over.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
I guess 2 negatives don't equal a positive. See you next time. Anyway, so when I got my license, I actually drove to the DMV.
Oh my
to
god,
do
we have funny stories on this. Honestly, I have one.
They're like, hey, where's your mom? Don't worry about it. All right.
No,
Stop
they-
asking questions.
Yeah. That's what happened. And then I was just like, oh, my dad went to go take a shit real quick. He just couldn't. So I'm here. He dropped off the car. And they're like, oh, okay, because the car was already in line, right?
Mhm.
I got through it, but then I was just like, can you actually do that? Would you get fined at the DMV?
Without
If-
parental.
Yeah, if you just took the car, drove to the DMV, did your test, passed.
They wouldn't know. I mean, they're very busy, so they're not going to wait
all
for
I'm
your...
all I'm hearing from this is Zaid lies to the government.
Well, it's not even that, bro. But like, imagine this, dude. Like,
EDD. He lies to the government.
you just pull up, and
What
then
lies
they're
are
like,
you
wait,
telling
wait,
us?
hold on. Where's your passenger? Where's your, I mean, you're gonna be like, oh, I guess I passed then, huh?
I
You
made
drove-
it here. What else do you want,
Yeah,
bro?
mhm. I live 30 miles away, so you do the math.
You know the first time I took my test? Or no.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, I felt spectacular.
Really?
Really?
How
The
so?
first... I was so nervous the first time I took my test that I ran a fucking red light.
Oh my,
Oh my God.
Granted, it wasn't like a large intersection. It was like a smaller one. But
Yeah,
still,
you still
I
ran
ran a red
I mean, there's
light.
still
ran
ran
a
a
red?
semi passing through. and
Well,
you're like, you
well,
ran
when
a
the
red
stakes
light.
are high, when you're young, and
when you're so nervous, you're colorblind.
I don't know what the hell happened. Like I just froze up and I just ran the red light.
That's insane.
I can guarantee you what happened. Or I have not guarantee, but I have an idea of what
I scared
probably
the
happened.
shit out of the instructor, which was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
fool.
god. So,
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
would
what are you gonna do?
terrify
Dodge the
me,
car?
and I'm not the instructor. That's no. What probably happened was the instructor was like just putting a bunch of unnecessary pressure on you on purpose, and then you might have freaked out or something like that.
I think I put a lot of pressure on myself. That's why.
I see.
Mm.
My instructor almost failed me for no reason.
Isn't that the story of your educational career?
No, not necessarily. The well, there's a reason for it, but in my opinion, it's invalid. And let me explain. So here's a tip for anybody that's learning how to drive. If you're under 16 watching this podcast, when you go to reverse your car, there's going to be a section where they have you pull up to a curb, and they're going to say, "Hey, back up and keep your car as close to the curb as possible without touching it.
Mm.
If you touch it, you lose a massive amount of points."
Wow.
Like at least at my center, it was ridiculous. It was like you lost half the value of your allotted points
Yeah.
if you touched the curb once.
Well, that's what I heard. Is that every
Twice
time
they failed you. That's what the guy told me.
Okay.
So I put the car in reverse. I have one hand on the steering wheel, as per request,
Mm.
and then I put my hand on the center console, and I turn around. And the second I turn around, this Michael Caine, like Walmart brand Michael Caine looking motherfucker, screams, "Stop!" And so I slam on the brakes
Yeah.
and like full brake lock, like just snaps him back, head into the seat.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Why did I do that?" And he's like, "You could have killed us." And I was like, "What is happening?
Yeah.
How could
He's
I
a fucking
kill us?"
drama
We're at a
queen,
curb.
bro.
And so then he explained to me, he's like, "I'm shocked they didn't teach you this." And I was like, "Well, teach me now so I know in the future, right?"
Yeah.
He's like, "You're supposed to do this." And so He puts one hand, not on the wheel, but he pretends, right? He's pretending like he's in Britain. So one hand on the wheel, and then he turns around, and then wraps his hand on, in this case, it was the driver's seat or my seat, but it would realistically be the passenger seat, and then turned around. He's like, if you don't put your arm on the seat, you can't get a full rotation.
What?
He's like, you can't get the leverage to fully turn around to see where you're going.
This guy's an asshole.
That's BS.
I swear to God, that's what he told me. And I was like, oh, wow, that's very interesting. Let me give it a try. And I did it, and it was totally fine after that.
All of a sudden, you're the chick from Exorcist.
And guess what? I noticed no fucking difference whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is he marked me off 8 points for it.
Wow.
We were allowed like 14 or 13 or 14, if I remember. He marked me off 8.
Yeah.
And I had missed 3 other ones already.
That's nuts.
So I rolled in with like an 11 out of 13 or 14, like just made the cut. And I was pissed. And here's the best part of the story. After everything's said and done, I got my license. Great.
I know this story.
I got my license. And so finally we leave out of this DMV, and right down the street there's this cake place, Nothing Bunt Cakes. Do you know about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stank.
Their vanilla cake is delectable, to put it lightly.
Moist.
And if you get the raspberry stuff on top, like the glaze or whatever, it's pretty
glaze.
pretty tasty. However, we pull in, get this Nothing Bunt Cake, and then we leave, and we're on this intersection and we need to make a left.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, the light's green. We're going for it. And not right as I get there, but there's like 25 to 50 feet in front of me. It turns yellow. And I thought back to something I don't know if you had to do this. I don't know if this was part of the law at the time, but in California, if you're getting your driver's license, you have to do 3 classes with an instructor.
Really?
If you're under 18.
I didn't have to do that.
Oh.
If you're under 18, you have to do 3 classes with an instructor. I did this thing called Teen Road to Safety. My driver was super, super nice. Shout out to Valerie. You're the shit.
You're right.
Love you.
I did do that.
Anyways, so I leave, or there's 25 to 50 feet till that yellow light changes to red.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered in my head that my instructor said to guesstimate how long the light's going to last. Take the speed limit, divide it by 10. That's how many seconds you have. I was like, really? And she's like, that's like standard procedure.
So if it's 45, then it's 4.5 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was 40. It was like 40. So I'm like, oh, I could easily make this in 4 seconds. And so I'm going through it, and I go through the intersection at a yellow, but like half of the car is still behind the line, and it turns red.
Mm.
Legally, I made that turn with no problem.
Yeah.
I made it on time. The second that I fully take that left, I look in my rear view, and there's some really familiar red and blue lights.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what is going on? Who's he going after? Was my first thought.
Was this the day of?
This was 15 minutes
was right
after the
after.
test.
Oh God, you don't even have your physical license.
15 minutes after the test.
Yeah.
So the cop, I'm like, who's he going after? And then we get into another left-hand turn lane, and he gets right behind us. And I'm like, oh man, like, now we get to watch him like just take off. This is gonna be cool. So we go left, and he's like, please pull over. I'm like, what is happening?
Oh my
Get
God.
pulled over. The cop comes over. And he's
Who,
like,
me?
He's like, excuse me, son. Did you know what you did back there? And I'm like, no. I genuinely don't know, like, what I did wrong. And he's like, I saw you run that red. He's like, you know how dangerous that could have been? I'm like, run a red? Did I run a red? Like, I had to look at my mom and be like, did I run a red? She's like, no, you didn't run a red. This cop's like, I saw you run. I'm like, officer, we entered when it was yellow. I only saw the yellow when I went through the light. I didn't see a red. And he's like, I don't care. I saw what I saw. Which is annoying because he wasn't behind us. He was on the other side. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he saw it. Maybe he didn't, whatever. And there's some talking back and forth, and it reaches this point where he's like, let me see your driver's license and whatever else. And so I hand him my paper one, not even the license or the card, and he's like, oh. He's like, you're not even licensed, are you? And he's
What the hell
and
is
I'm
this,
like,
son?
He's like, are you licensed? And I'm like, yes, sir, I am. He's like, how soon did you do your test? And I'm like, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And in that moment, he's like, I'm going to let you off with a warning. He's like, just remember, next time, if it's yellow, slow down.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Can you imagine?
Whatever you
Not
say.
in California.
15 minutes in, you already have freaking 2 points on your goddamn license. You're doing driving school.
Dude, to this day, I don't know how most people, or some people, get their driver's license.
Yeah.
Because I
honestly-
see people hit fucking corners at like
Bro.
a green light, and they scrape both of their wheels
Yeah,
on the corner.
I believe
Are you serious?
Easily.
I've never seen that.
I've seen
but
that
I
multiple
believe
times.
you 100%.
the testing,
Both wheels.
the tests need to change, man.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
They need to change. I don't know about you, but it's too easy to get.
I agree.
For moving around a vehicle at high speeds.
Something that
Because of
usually-
highways, especially in
usually at a
California.
minimum weighs like 2,200 pounds.
Mm-hmm. We're dealing with tons. Easily kill someone, right? Now, wouldn't you want everyone to be at a good level of driving? Or a great level? Or at least the same level of driving?
Here's the thing. If we're going to do that, make the test way harder, we're going to have a better public transit system.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We have to.
Agreed.
But I don't know how you do that in a place like California.
Yeah.
Or realistically, I mean, a lot of places in the country kind of have it down, but
I think what needs to happen is that, you know how California has a lot of main streets? So
Mhm.
every city has its main road, right?
Mhm.
I feel like if we have a train station at every single main street with the same railing system that can divide where you can get off at a certain point, and then, like, you know, if you need to head east or west,
That would cost so much.
it would cost so much.
And we're already
But
in debt.
that's the thing, dude. We've discussed this before. California,
The
in
land
America,
of debt.
America in general, so much debt. Our money goes to places that it shouldn't go to. Like, if anything, we should probably fix our schooling system, right? First.
That's a rabbit hole. You can
Yeah,
fix
you
so many
cannot, bro. You can
things.
fit so many things before public transportation.
well, one of the biggest problems with school, like, it's not even a matter of government funding. It's just we have a lot of shitty teachers.
Yikes. I grew up with a lot of teachers, so if you're listening to this,
Well, I grew up with a lot of teachers too, and a lot of them I liked, but there's also a lot that I really disrespect because, quite frankly, they're horrible at their job.
Oh my god.
And it's fair. It's true.
That is fair.
It's
fair
nuanced,
to
but
say.
yeah, it's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all teachers are bad. That's obviously not true, but there are a lot of teachers.
They're
or
underpaid.
A fair amount, rather.
That are-
Not say
would
a
you-
lot.
would
Let's
you
say
say-
a fair amount.
Would you say underqualified?
No, they're not underqualified. They're just really shitty people because they've been beaten down by this system,
Mm.
trying to get that tenure so they can essentially ride off the rest of their life till they get either some whatever benefit that they get at the end of that job, especially if it's a public school, you know?
And they don't get paid that much either.
No, they don't.
Which
they
adds
get paid,
insult to
They
injury.
get paid shit. They get paid so little to get shit on every single day by students. And it's unbelievable.
What do they earn? Like 25 to 35K a year?
That's 35 to 50.
Well, let's Google it.
35 to 50.
Yeah, that's the last time I talked to a teacher. That's
What's
what she
the
told
average teacher salary?
me.
Even then, you're talking about people who are teaching future generations.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I really respect the teachers that
Oh my God.
35 to 45.
82,000?
Well, okay, let's say this. In California, according to SACB.com,
I don't know if I trust that resource.
yeah, neither do I. Oh, okay, let's do cde.ca.gov. How about that?
Okay.
It says the average salary of a public school teacher in California in 2018 to 2019 was $83,000.
I think that's BS. Not
Yeah, that has to be
that's
BS.
probably the
Now,
highest.
let's go to a different state.
83K? No way.
Yeah, that's probably the highest.
Okay, yeah, the average teacher salary in America is $44,000 to $76,000.
Yeah, see, that makes more sense.
Or actually, a more realistic example would probably be 35 to 75K.
Yeah. Dude,
Which most of them are at the lower end.
Yeah.
the difference between a passionate teacher and a non-passionate, like
Huge
a
difference.
person that just cares about the money or like the easy way out or something. Huge difference.
Mississippi has the lowest salary of around 45,500 on
Yeah.
average. And then the highest is New York with 85.8 thousand.
I once had a teacher in high school that,
Mhm.
Damn.
and I'm definitely not going to mention any names, of course, but literally the first 5 minutes of class, got up, walked around, wrote some shit on the board, and then the rest of the class for like, what, 40 minutes?
Mhm.
Just sat down on his iPad.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Look, I get the whole, like, if you don't get paid enough, like, I'm only gonna do what I get paid enough to do thing.
Well, it's hard to get. Yeah,
like
keep going.
for
Sorry.
example, my manager a couple years ago, I kind of like overassessed a situation, and I kind of like, I did a really good job, right? But she was like, listen, look how much time this took you to do. Like, I appreciate it and everything, but you got to remember how much you get paid. So we want the easy ins and outs. You want something to look decent and get the job done efficiently and quick, because you only get paid minimum wage. You do not want to be doing extra work. And I'm like, okay, this is coming from a manager.
What a shit mentality.
I'm like,
But in
that
her
doesn't make any sense. But I do get it though, kind of.
No, I get where they're coming from, because essentially what she just told you to be is non-ambitious in a job that you're really not going to get a pay raise in.
Yeah.
So in a sense, there's two things. One, she's trying to help you out. She's basically saying, don't burn yourself out over this bullshit because you're not going to get recognition for it.
I can see that.
And then two, she's speaking on something that's much more tragic. And that's how a lot of people are stuck in a job, and no matter what they do to express themselves creatively or, in a sense, like in the workplace, doesn't really matter because there's not much room for you to grow.
Yeah.
And that's what's really tragic about that statement.
As a manager, I would never mention that. I would never say something like that. Like,
Yeah.
Well, no, she kind of has a point, because what if her boss says, hey, we don't want people working overtime?
Well,
And Saeed theoretically put in overtime, and it took a lot of extra hours, and that costs money for them. That affects their bottom line.
well, I can see that, but at the same time, like these are human beings, and you have to think about what kind of seeds you're planting into their mind.
What I'm saying
you can
is,
take it a
It's
different
more so
way.
the principle that I'm.
You could take it a different way,
I'm
where it's
agreeing
just
with
like,
you.
listen, I have no control over the company. I am just your manager.
Yeah.
So I'm letting you know because I care about you personally.
yeah,
There you go.
Okay.
100%.
I guess I can respect that, like, thanks for being honest.
Yeah, she's
least.
saying, I care about you, but this company doesn't give a shit. So
Yeah.
don't burn yourself
Exactly.
out over this.
Your company looks at numbers. They don't
Yeah.
look at,
Fuck your life.
It's insane. Dude, we've all played Monopoly, man.
You know what?
That should be every large corporation's slogan.
You know what? Now, sorry, we're
Fuck
talking.
your
Fuck your life.
You know what we're talking about?
We don't
this,
give a
and
shit about
it
our
reminded me.
employees.
Here at Amazon, we hate you.
That's why we work you like a dog.
Here at Amazon, we're better than you.
That's why you have to fight for scraps.
Oh,
You guys need to. By the way, this is for everybody on the pod as well.
what is Ghost Town living?
I would love if we did an episode where we went up and visited this guy.
Yeah.
So, this account on YouTube started up around the beginning of quarantine,
Mhm.
if I remember correctly.
The page?
Yeah, the whole page started around quarantine. He's already at
Wow.
around 570,000
God,
subscribers.
damn.
Great for this guy, bro.
Well, this guy's sick. I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head. But this guy right here, let's check the about.
Yeah.
It might say that.
Cerro Gordo?
So this guy, I'm trying to find his name.
No, that's the city
the
name.
city
Yeah, I
name.
can't find his name. But anyways, this guy, Ghost Town Living, I believe he lived in Texas the majority of his life. Both of his parents were school teachers. And he was kind of in a job that he didn't really enjoy that much. So he, a friend of his, and then a whole bunch of
Holy
investors
shit.
took a bunch of money and bought this ghost town in California
No way.
called Cerro Gordo.
Oh.
It was the biggest silver mining town in California for years.
nearly $500 million worth of
Can you
minerals.
please click
pulled
on
from
his
hills.
Instagram real quick?
Yeah, where is that?
At the top on his banner. On the
this
right.
thing?
Yeah.
Might not let me view it because I'm not logged in, but
Oh,
there we go.
Brent W. Underwood.
Yeah,
Wow.
Brent Underwood. Yeah, he has one of the coolest channels on YouTube right now. This guy, he bought that ghost town, like I said. It's he has an unreal view of Death Valley and also the Sierra National Park, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
And he bought this town because
He bought a town, dude.
He bought a town because he was just tired of all the typical stuff, and he's like, I want to try branching out, doing something different. And he got to the town, and he started falling in love with it because it's just It's the most beautiful location.
How can you not?
Dude, when you watch like the videos, it's just the most stunning location, the coolest shit to do.
Yeah.
I mean, in so many of his videos, he explores mines that go to like 1,200 feet deep in the ground.
It's pretty terrifying.
He's using the original lifts from the 1800s. They still work, like well.
That sketch.
Dude,
It's amazing.
Stuff like this makes me happy, man.
Yeah.
It's
he had-
so different.
I was watching this episode before you two showed up, and he was talking about how a lot of businesses are started now, in a sense, to just build them up as quickly as possible and sell them to a company and make money, and that's it.
Mhm.
The whole Silicon Valley mentality.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he's like, I don't like that. He's like, what happened to the America where corporations were built to last?
Yeah.
The companies, the idea of making a company was you wanted to do something you enjoyed, not something you could flip.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's why I like Sarah Gordo. And I was like, damn. He's like,
That's.
This is some 2 a.m. shit right here.
yeah,
I didn't even know you can buy a whole town.
of course. Why not?
You're essentially just buying the land, and if it's a ghost town, it's just part of the
There's
land.
a bunch of land, yeah.
That would be the coolest.
No, but knowing
podcast, too.
California, it feels like it's one of those things that, oh, we're not just gonna let it slide like that. We're gonna have you file all this crap.
Yeah, they
and
probably
get
had to do
approved.
that.
Yeah.
They probably had to.
Hmm.
Then again, also, if the land, like Zayd said, if the land was up for sale, all you got to do is buy the land.
Yeah, you're right.
It's an abandoned ghost town. Nobody gives a shit about it. In the middle of nowhere.
And also, I give him a lot of respect because he wants to preserve all the buildings that are left because a lot of them got taken down due to weather, fires, or whatever over the
Yeah,
years.
like I can see as a GoFundMe for saving the American hotel.
yeah,
or
the
helping
American
rebuild it.
So the hotel that he's talking about, there was a hotel up on site for whatever reason for families, or if there were any miners that were specialized and were coming in for just a short period, so they didn't have a house there, right?
Mhm.
Because it was like a community. There used to be houses where people lived, like with full families and stuff, to go mine. And one day something happened and the entire hotel caught fire, just burned to the ground. And so he cleared it out and he's like, I want to rebuild it because he wants people to come and
Yeah, it's
visit.
a landmark.
yeah.
Yeah.
He wants people to come and visit and explore the mines and just see what Cerro Gordo has to offer, because it's unbelievably beautiful, at least from the
It's
videos.
not
We
going to
should-
have
we
a hard
should
time with
visit
that
him.
GoFundMe.
Yeah,
That'd be
for-
sick.
80,000 followers.
Maybe we should bring him on the pod.
I would. Let's go. No, let's go to him.
Let's go to him.
It's already
Let's go to him to film the
down.
pod. 100%.
He's already at 75K. Granted, the goal is 500K, which is a lot.
That's a lot of money. It's one when people just donated though, so good for him.
GoFundMe's an amazing
Hey,
platform.
everybody, if you're curious and looking him up on Instagram, he's at Brent W Underwood or Brent Wonderwood, but Wonder with a U.
I have the Wonderwood.
And on Instagram, on YouTube, excuse me, he's Ghost Town Livin'. And if you want to help out his GoFundMe, you can find it at Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's
Well
called
done.
Help Rebuild the American Hotel at Cerro Gordo.
I'll drop the links down in the YouTube video.
Now, this kind of thing, it didn't catch my interest when I was younger, but now
Mhm.
it does because I want to get away from all the crazy people. I don't want to be around cities for the most part.
Mhm.
I just want to be in nature. So this makes sense.
You know what I thought of?
And it appeals to me.
I thought of living in like Big Bear. I can do that. I'm that kind of guy.
I wouldn't choose Big Bear personally, but I see what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
get the appeal. 100%.
Because if I need to come down here, I can come down easily.
Mhm.
But at the same
Absolutely.
time, I'm far enough to where I'm just always in fresh, crisp morning air, and just
I just need a trap pad in the
Awesomeness.
middle of nowhere. Every night you just see the universe. Like,
I just want to live somewhere where there's absolutely zero light pollution.
yeah. That's important.
That's a big.
New
That's-
Mexico.
That's hard to do. I don't want to live in New Mexico.
I know. You do not want to live in New
No
Mexico.
disrespect to New Mexico. It's just not the state I would like to live in
Yeah.
personally. But where's the least light pollution in the
In
United
the world?
States?
Most people don't know about
Is it Alaska? Or no, Antarctica, dude. In the United States.
Or yeah, that's
Okay.
in the United States. It's probably Alaska.
Where's the in
where's
United
the-
States?
Where's the most? Sorry, it's kind of
The
kinda
least.
weird.
Where's the
talk.
least light pollution?
Not the most.
Pretty safe to say New York is the probably the most.
yeah.
Big Bend National Park? The hell? Ooh.
Like, come on, every night that's your view.
That's the goal.
Are you shitting me? That's unbelievable. Like,
That's what I want, man.
oh, that's what I want as well. I don't want to look up and see a Coca-Cola fucking advertisement.
So,
like,
wow, the Grand Canyon is number 7.
Dude, Gus said something that was really, I don't know, it moved me a little bit when he said it. And he was like, man, imagine not waking up to the freeway.
oh, it'd be perfect.
Like, imagine waking up and not hearing cars.
I think that's what I love about the trips I take. Like up there, like for example, like Wednesday, I'm trying to get a cabin.
Mm,
You're not gonna hear cars.
no. You're just going to hear wind,
You're gonna
trees, and
Yeah.
birds.
Dude, it's literally you can
Possibly
hear the air.
snow. It might be snowing up in Big Bear right now. Which, if that's the case, do you
Mhm.
have snow chains for your Prius?
Hell yeah.
This man's prepared. Yeah.
26 degrees.
Winter storm warning. That's not good.
Oh. 6 hours ago.
Everybody in Big Bear batten down the hatches.
Yep.
4 inches are coming your way.
Mhm.
Not talking about Saeed.
Oh, 4 inches is being so charitable.
I got nothing to say to that.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, that's funny shit, bro.
Winter storm.
On Wednesday, it's actually going to be the warmest.
But like,
though.
you know, okay. Honestly, what we want out of life, at least
Mhm.
speaking for myself, is old man shit. I want to sit on my porch, okay, as a young man, whatever, have a cigar, have a coffee, with maybe a dog by my
Are
side.
you a mob boss? When do you smoke cigars?
Who knows, man? I'm enjoying my life, okay? And just stare into the wilderness.
You know what that reminded me of?
Hmm.
The movie Sniper.
Which
I
one?
don't know if I've seen that movie.
Or what reminded you of Sniper?
His front porch with a dog waking up to nature.
It reminds me of that scene from
There's no way this is accurate. Is this true?
Yeah, unfortunately. It's really
The
hard.
East Coast is fucked.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, what the? Imagine Japan.
So this is a map of light pollution.
yes,
for the
provided by
US.
Map Porn.
Very nice name.
10 out of 10 name. Well, it looks like we're moving to Mexico, boys.
But I don't know what states. Well, honestly, most states within the middle region of the U.S. are safe.
Well, we got, from what it looks like, we've got part of Oregon. We could do the lower,
rains too much.
the southeast corner.
Yeah,
Of
that makes
Oregon.
sense because it looks like Salem is really dark.
You
Which
could go to the
really does make sense.
middle of fucking nowhere in
If
Nevada.
you've driven through there, you'll see what I mean. Through Salem, Oregon, right after California, it's dark.
Just nothing.
Dude,
What-
it's a whole new set of headlights. Like you don't even know your own headlights.
You have
until
to
you
have
reach
like a
there.
light bar.
No.
No, you don't. No, but
It's just
like
the second you turn your headlights off, you're
Yeah.
like, holy
Oh, yeah.
shit,
It's-
it's dark.
it's so dark to the point where it really emphasizes your headlights. So if you have weak headlights, they look like the brightest shits
Yeah,
ever.
it's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
One time, I was going on a trip with one of my friends up to the Sierras,
Mm-hmm.
and on our way up there, I mean, there's still light pollution and stuff, but there was no moon out
Mhm.
that night, so we're just driving on this highway. Nobody's around, no light poles, nothing, and I'm like, "Yo, just turn the lights off for a second." He's like, "All right," and he has kind of an older car, so when you turn off the headlights, all the lights turn off.
Oh,
It's so there's no like running lights underneath.
yeah.
I couldn't see in front of my face the second he turned the lights off. I could put my hand right here and not be able to see.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. That's.
It was like, whoa, turn the lights
Yeah.
back on.
Oh my God, we're gonna crash. Yeah.
Now, as long as you avoid the East Coast and most of the West Coast, and you just stick to the middle part of the U.S.
It's
and
really
avoid cities, you should be fine.
it's really just Oregon or Nevada for the most part. Or fucking is
Montana.
What about
Wyoming?
Colorado?
that no? Yeah, Montana.
It's Montana,
No,
right?
that's Montana.
I like
right there.
Colorado.
Colorado's like way over here, is it not? No, it's like
No, it's closer.
No, it's closer. It's past Nevada and then towards.
it's like
It's like
bing,
towards
bing.
Nebraska.
Oh wait, this
but-
one right here, right?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or is it this one? Man, I'm bad at
Who
geography.
the fuck knows?
Well, I mean, first of all, this map is fucking black and gray.
Yeah, it's
So,
pretty
like-
hard to read this map.
Look
not
at
gonna lie.
Florida. Florida's just
You
one
mean
large
Florida?
Florida.
Flow rider.
I
And
remember
then you can
once-
see where New York is. It's just that one
you can see
sunspot.
Yo,
where
can you look
LA
up
is.
Japan?
LA County.
Japan's light pollution map. I just want to see that.
It's literally just all white.
Yeah, literally. It just starts playing Oh Fortuna.
Of the Japan.
Of the Japan.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Japan is
Dude, Japan looks like the Aurora Borealis.
Wow.
Wow.
That's how bright it is.
That's a better map of it.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
There are 0 spots in the entire nation of Japan.
No,
that have
you'll
light
have to
pollution.
travel like
Yeah,
there's some.
you got these islands maybe right here.
Yeah, but you need to go to like North Korea.
Oh, this is South Korea. That's not even. I was looking at South Korea. Yeah, there's literally 0 spots in all of Japan.
you see the dark part, the dark circle. That's
Yeah.
Suicide Forest.
You have to be in the middle of
Which
the
dark circle are you talking about?
There are like 2 or 3 available.
no,
No, that
Eastern
doesn't
Japan
mean no
Sea.
light pollution. That means there's still light pollution there.
Oh,
This
really?
is no light pollution.
Yeah.
Even where this white
You-
is, where it's trailing, there's
Oh,
still light pollution.
You literally have to be in the middle of the Sea of Japan.
Okay, now look. This is trippy. Look at South Korea. Sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
for all the viewers at home, right now we're looking at a
that's
map.
Crazy.
Right now we're looking at a map of light pollution, and everything in South Korea
Everything.
is 100% lit up. And then when you go to North Korea, Pyongyang has the most light around it, and it's still dwarfed by everything else. And all of their other cities
Mm-hmm.
have like tiny little blips. So Korea might be one of the few true spots on the planet, or North Korea, excuse me, that has, or one of the few countries on the planet that has almost no light pollution.
Yeah,
Mm.
but fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not moving there. But like,
Like a trip to North Korea.
is this a light pollution? Okay, this is what I really wanted to see.
of the
Because
entire
Europe is a
world.
joke. Europe is just lit up like a Roman candle.
Oh my god. It's lit up more than the. Actually, look at the East Coast of the United States, dude.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just as lit up as entire Europe.
That's true.
And that goes to show you how big the United States is.
Isn't it amazing that the majority of the electricity around the world is used in only 2 regions? Europe and the eastern half
Yeah.
of the United States.
Look at
It's
Africa,
wild.
bro. You have so much in Africa.
Africa,
To
there's
deal with.
nothing. There's almost
No light.
no lights in Africa. Or at least, I mean, there's lights in Africa, but I mean like light pollution.
Yeah, like it's trickled on like the Middle Eastern part and where else? Like Egypt
Yo, all
and
I'm
then
saying,
South Africa.
let's move to Iceland.
I'm so down, bro. I love it there.
It's freezing.
Of course it's freezing.
I'm not saying I'm not about it. I want to visit really, really bad.
But seriously, people underestimate the power of the night sky when there's no light pollution.
You're right, man. That's why
It can actually change your life.
Listen, we've talked about this before. I think it was episode number 1. But my greatest fear is being in the ocean in the middle of the night with nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Because
don't
I
want
only
to.
have the water at that point, and I am not diving. We haven't discovered 80% of the ocean. Can you imagine?
Is it 80% or is
I
it?
don't
That's a
know.
really high percentage, dude.
Sorry, right now, everybody that's watching, we're looking up light bulbs that are good at
Bad.
reducing light pollution. And it raises a lot of good questions, like
Oh, so they're just fixing the actual fixture, like the actual fixture.
the direction of the
yeah,
light.
the direction of it.
So like the light bulbs that we tend to have in a lot of our cities today, they I guess you could say they emit light omnidirectionally, which
Yeah.
means they emit light in all directions
Yeah,
equally.
like a circular pattern.
Yeah, and that's horrendous for light pollution because when those get together, they amplify. It's
Yeah.
not like a logarithmic scale,
Yeah.
but they build, and that's what causes the problem.
Yeah.
However, if we're able to create lights that just instead of it being a complete circle, it closes that circle, and so it just
So it's
faces
like
at
an
the
umbrella.
ground.
So it's kind of like, think about the Pixar light where it just kind of goes
Oh
down
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example.
Yep.
That's what we want to
Because you
reduce
want the light to come downwards, like a beam.
Because look at this, right? Okay, so we're looking at a chart of the dark sky. We have the inner city sky. There's almost no stars. Suburban/urban minor.
That's like my
suburban
house.
sky, or the transition from
Mhm.
suburban to. I hate the word urban. At least how it's like applied. Like it's so stupid. Anyways,
Urban.
suburban sky, rural sky, and then excellent dark sky sight.
That's like Orange County, Corona, Riverside, Joshua Tree, and then New Mexico. Yeah.
I feel like we should be able to at least reach in cities. We should be able to reach the suburban sky one, which is like there's a lot of stars, but they're not as
Even
bright.
that would make a big difference because it shows people that you live on a rock ball flying through space.
Like, do you know the amount of people that I've like taken to Joshua Tree or just anywhere that you can see stars, and they're like, I didn't know this was an option.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing.
I didn't know that this expansion pack existed.
I don't know about you, but the first time I saw stars like that, where it was just a lit up sky, it really brought the perspective back of, I feel like I'm in a globe. There's no way Earth can be flat.
I can't wait till you see the last one, the excellent.
What do you mean, bro?
dark
The stars
sky.
are a projection from the government, don't you know?
Oh yeah, duh.
I
Forgot,
can't
dude.
wait
It's
for you
like
to
the
see
birds.
this
Freaking
one sighted.
Sony's 8K Ultra freaking projectors out here. That's how they shot Mandalorian, bro.
Yeah,
They
that
just
was-
shot upwards toward the sky.
Seriously, if they wanted to pan up, they're just like, look at the sky that we created.
Oh my god.
I've never searched this up. This is fascinating.
Now, Saeed, I
Yeah.
really want you. I can't wait till you see. I don't think you've seen these either, as far as my knowledge.
The
is
Sierra
concerned.
Nevadas?
I don't think either of you have seen stars like this.
I've seen
I don't
3.
No, I have not.
I've seen 3.
I've seen maybe a 2, in between 1 and 3. I haven't seen like a perfect 1 before.
Yeah.
I've probably seen between 5 and a 3,
Yeah. That's
which
probably-
makes sense.
I think you've seen maybe a 3. I think Joshua Tree gets to like
Joshua
a 3.
for sure gets to
Yeah.
a 3.
On a moonless night with no clouds, it gets to a 3.
Okay. Moonless.
Yeah.
Baby, the moon's always there. Duh.
Not necessarily.
Hmm.
Sometimes there's weird rotation.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're talking about a lit up moon. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And the trippiest thing is when you look up and you focus on your peripheral vision and then you get the whole expansive effect. That's
Yeah,
insane.
dude.
One of my
Nothing
favorite,
is like that.
one of my favorite things is it's a little illusion, I guess you could call it, if that's what you want to call it. But
Mhm.
if you, the listeners, ever find yourself at a space where there's a lot of stars in the sky, focus only on one of them and
Mhm.
don't even look. It's like one of those illusion things where it's like stare at this point for 30 seconds, and then when you look away, your hand starts twisting. Like,
yeah.
but just stare at that star and no other, and then you'll start to notice that all the other stars will fade away. It'll like just like little lights are getting turned off, like boop 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 boop, 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 and they're just all going away in the sky. And then the second you blink, it's like the whole picture frame comes back,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Whoa, there's way
That's
more stars
so
up there than I
sick.
thought."
But that's the thing. You need stars for that.
Yeah, like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my god.
we need stars to do that.
Oh my god.
We need Johnny Depp in our sky.
Man, we got a lot of problems here on Earth.
Fuck cities, dude.
We really do.
I feel like there's a lot of very simple solutions to these problems as well, but
You mean common sense?
big
That's what
big
I'm
common
saying.
sense
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Big common sense
Big
guy.
common sense guy.
I love our common sense.
Shout out to Brian Rose from London Real. Common
Yes.
Sense Party.
He's gonna
Leading
take
the
over
charge in
the
London.
city of London.
Good for him.
Can't wait for that, dude.
Yeah, dude. Can't wait to see where this goes with the whole Cerro Gordo.
I wanna contact him, see if he's down for an interview. Cause I'll drive. It's kind of far from here, but not super duper far. Like
Yeah,
it's a
what is it?
reasonable drive.
2 hours and 40 minutes or something?
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Like this guy in quarantine. Now that we're going back to the mine, this guy.
Mhm.
When quarantine started, he's like, I'm not getting stuck in Texas. And he drove from Texas to California in 24 hours. He's like, I'm not staying there. I'm going to be at the mine because I can do shit.
Yeah.
And he's been having a great time from what it looks like.
That was awesome, dude.
If we go up there, we should try to spend the night because we can. Like, I imagine if he would let us go, he wouldn't be upset if we were to go or whatever. And we should ask if he could take us down in the mines. And one of the coolest videos that he had, he took a UV light down into the mines, and the whole place was shining silver. Like it just was silvery purple, and like there was greens in the corner. And apparently certain minerals in the rocks react to UV light, and it puts on a whole light show. Like it looks like
Wow.
like you know those neon parties you went to in high school where everything was like the yellow, orange, green. It was like those colors in the rocks.
Flickery.
And yeah, he didn't paint them. It's just when you hold a UV light next to them, they change that color.
That is nice.
In fact, I'll pull up a picture for you.
Thank you.
But
No, thank you
Yes, you're
for
right.
being a part of the 2AM podcast.
Of course, of course.
look at this.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you thought I was joking. No, it's nuts.
Damn, there's all sorts of colors.
Yeah, so these minerals, depending on which
Dude.
ones you're looking at, when you put them under direct UV light, they turn like bright yellow, like neon highlighter color, like purples, greens, yellow, blue, orange, red, like
We're gonna have
just
a rave down there.
staggering colors. Unbelievably beautiful.
Wow.
It doesn't look real. Like it doesn't look right.
absolutely stunning.
And this one guy, yeah, like look at this.
That is sick.
Isn't that super cool? It's a bunch of rocks. We're looking at a lot of rocks right now that
Yeah.
just have a bunch of spots because they've been polished up and they're under UV light.
Yeah, I'll pull up a picture.
But apparently
Sure.
you can find gold
I wouldn't be
using this
surprised.
method. Like gold under UV light,
Yeah.
24 karat, glows a certain way or something like that. Sorry, what picture did you want me to pull up?
No, I'll pull it up for the video.
Oh, yeah, that would be, yeah,
So
this is
everyone
something
can
they
see it.
definitely want to see.
Yeah.
This is super cool, but let's figure out where Cerro Gordo is on the map. Let's map from the stew to Cerro Gordo. Hold up, I'm just going to transfer this back. You guys can talk about something else while I do this. If you want to, don't mind me. Chief.
Chief
Rochelle.
Tecumseh.
Chief Tecumseh, huh?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
What's up, buddy? What's on your mind?
Nothing, man.
What's popping?
Brand new whip.
Brand new
just
whip
hopped
just
in.
hopped in. Yeah, that's right.
I got options.
I'm in my Model X with my Model X. You know how we do.
All right, to get, it's only a 4-hour drive. It's not that bad.
No, we've
No,
made
it's like-
longer drives.
Yeah, we
yeah,
made
hell yeah.
way
That ain't
longer drives.
shit.
Exactly.
I mean, that's basically, it's like 1.5 of getting to Joshua Tree when there's bad traffic.
Yeah.
And we get to pass right in the middle of nowhere. Actually, we go through Joshua Tree to get there, I think.
Wow.
Oh, wait, no, we don't. Sorry. I was looking in the wrong spot. Yeah, a whole
It's
bunch
just a
of,
straight line shot, huh?
yeah. Those are the worst drives for me, where it's just, you look at the map and it's like 248 miles until you turn right. Like on
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
You're like,
Oh my God.
it's
Listen,
the equivalent-
honestly, I'm at the point right now where I need something like that
Yeah.
instead of just the same old routine.
I got
Yeah.
you. Come through.
Oh, I will.
Dude, that drive though, like when you see that stuff, you're like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you do the math, if you're traveling at, let's just say 60 miles an hour for whatever reason, that's a mile a minute, roughly.
Yeah.
So it's 200, if you're going 60 miles an hour, that's 248 minutes, which is
It's quite a mission.
which is how many hours? That is 4.13 hours that you're just going straight. And you know there's nothing crazy happening.
Yeah.
I have 4 hours of this and I'm locked.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're like, fuck it, and you go 100. Like,
Better pull out them 4-hour albums, dude.
No,
Please
you
don't
better
drive 100
you better
on the
pull out
streets.
the
Or
2 a.m.
even
podcast.
better. Yes, there you go. That's where I was getting to.
yeah, have a great travel companion.
Because I'm sure how many hours of content have we recorded yet?
Well,
now?
it's probably 59 hours at this point.
Yeah, we
Or
can
even
say-
more.
Oh,
actually.
more than that, because we have episodes that last longer than an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again,
probably
like the
like
first
70 to like
70-ish
80
hours.
I don't know.
70-ish.
Dang, dude.
Think about that.
Yeah. This has gotten us to kick it a lot. Me and Logan have been golfing a lot, too. I've been
hitting
getting
the range.
Hitting the range, dude. I've been driving that driver.
Speaking of another range I've been wanting to go to, we should do a video where we go to a gun range.
I'm down if you want to.
That'd be fun.
America.
Or better
that?
yet, what about like, maybe we should do, well, you guys need to get your license first.
For
Or unless
what?
you already have one, a gun license.
No, I don't.
What do you need a gun license for? I just go to ranges usually.
Oh, you're not going to buy one. Okay, that would make more sense.
Yeah, I just rent them out because it typically, like, I'm not going to own a sniper, but I love snipers. You know?
A rifle.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I know what you
It's
mean.
just
I know
too
what you mean.
expensive. Or it's not, I don't go enough for me to just
True.
drop 13K on
I
like
feel
my
like-
dream gun, dude.
Well, they're not 13,000.
Well, with the upgrades I want.
You'd be
dude.
shocked how like inexpensive they can actually be.
I'll eventually buy a
Like-
gun, but I don't see a need for it right now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everybody at home who knows guns is gonna laugh at us laugh
Yeah.
at me when I say this. But like, theoretically, we could pick up like just target practice 22 rifles for essentially nothing, and ammo's super cheap because it's a
Yeah,
22.
like a couple $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
couple $100. I mean, obviously, it's not the best gun on the planet, but hey, it shoots relatively straight. The ammo's cheap as hell, and we just go up there and we blast through like 200 rounds each for
Yeah.
nothing.
I mean, I'm generally down. I've thought about
Yeah.
getting my gun license, just buying one.
I got one right before this. There was a law that happened, or that was going to get passed, where you had to be over 21 to get a long barrel rifle. Because before in California it was 18, and it makes sense to me, you know.
Yeah.
If all the Second Amendment nuts out there are like, you should have a gun as a child. You don't need a license. And I'm like, no. Here's the thing. You can't trust people that live in big cities to have guns.
Yeah.
To be responsible. Now, a lot of people at home, Second Amendment activists, libertarians, and Republicans are screaming at me, everyone should have the right. And they should. However, when you live in the country versus in a big city, the view on guns and how guns should be operated and handled are completely different.
Yeah.
When you live out in the country, it's a tool. When you live in a city, it's a means of protection. So fundamentally, you're starting off at a completely different basis.
Yeah.
Now, that tool has a lot of purposes. It could be used to save your life, could be used as protection, could also be used for hunting, could be used for target practice, could be used for a whole bunch of shit, right? Whatever. Here, it's like, I could take it to a range, or I could blast somebody in the face that comes in.
Yeah.
You're not going hunting in Anaheim.
No,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Hunting the elusive jackrabbit in your local park. It will get you arrested in T-minus 5 seconds.
Yeah.
The second anyone hears shots being popped off.
Yeah.
And then
No,
you
that
have
makes
crazies such as Mandalay Bay and that whole scenario.
Yeah. That was the
Which
crazy.
you
That
have
was
to think
scary.
about.
Oh man.
That was really scary.
Yeah, the whole thing is, dude, own a gun, I'm all for it. It's a beautiful thing if used wisely. Obviously.
It is. I can't stand people who are afraid of guns or who are like,
Yeah,
guns should be banned. Do you know that there are more fucking guns than there are people in the United States?
Mhm.
Like, do you not understand
Isn't something
what
like
you're
there's-
asking
there's
for?
like 6 guns for every citizen or something?
It's just completely unrealistic. It's stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we just need to take the whole testing part, like the brain development part, a lot more serious.
Well, I agree 100%. And I feel like
And it shouldn't just be background based. Oh, this guy hasn't committed anything? Okay.
Well, there's a test that you got to go through, and you have to be an idiot not to pass it. I mean,
Yeah.
do you know how much I studied for that test before I went in? Take a guess.
2 minutes.
0 minutes.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
I missed.
we have friends who tell us it's a complete joke.
I missed 1 question, and I studied for 0 minutes.
Wow. Okay, that goes to show you.
Should you ever
So-
point a gun at somebody's face?
So far, we need to fix our DMV testing. And our HIV. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, nobody should have HIV. Come on.
Yeah, but
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants the HIV.
yeah, tests that require like serious tools to be used should be a little bit harder than they are,
Yeah, well,
or require a little bit more thought. You know what I mean?
we never actually thought about or talked about a solution for the DMV one,
Mhm.
but let's just start with the rifle one because that's what we're on.
Sure.
A good solution to the rifle training would to be a mandatory course.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to be upset when I say that. They're like, you should just be able to buy and they hand it to you. And I'm like, no. You need to go to a course, and the whole point of the course is to have secondary good Lord.
Authentication.
Authentication. It's our new word of the day, authentication.
Authentication.
It's a step above authentication.
Rest in peace, Sean Connery.
A secondary authorization.
Rip.
Essentially, it's a secondary background check where you have to do 5 classes
Mhm.
that are spanned out over the course of however many like weeks or a month or whatever. And you leave the gun at the facility, so you're not allowed to use it on your own. And it's all government held, so I mean, who's gonna steal it, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just not some random like, hey, come on, leave your guns here. Like no, it's
Yeah.
it's
You know I'm a treater rat. you
it's
know?
like ca.gov's
Yeah.
whatever, California's Department of Learning Guns Better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like a learning.
So you leave the gun there, and then you do like 5 classes, and the whole point is for you to obviously learn how to operate the firearm, disassemble it if it's able to do that, properly maintain and clean it,
Mhm.
how to shoot it right, where to store it. So everything that's gone over the test, you essentially go over in depth in these classes,
Mhm.
right? And then whoever's teaching the class, their job is to quietly assess you and to see, hey, is this guy fucking insane?
That'd be good. That'd be good.
And so then,
Yeah.
I mean, a bunch of people, I can hear people screaming at me over this right now. Like, I can just hear how mad.
Because they're fucking lazy.
Well, it's not that
They're-
it's a
no,
lazy
dude.
thing. It's just in their mind, at least for how the Constitution sets up, that violates a lot of principles. Because it's like, who is this one guy to decide whether you're crazy to have, or you're too crazy to have a gun or not?
Okay,
Because
that sounds awesome for like in the 1800s. But listen, we live in a society, 21st century, where you live in a city of 100,000 plus people. So you either abide by the rules or don't have a fucking gun.
Okay, but you got to understand though.
You live in a community. That comes with responsibility.
Yeah, but no, I agree. But I also want to say that you have to understand, just like how we approach school, for example. When we get older, you go, school isn't for me. I'm just not. I'm gonna start my own business. I don't want to have to deal with graduating, right? Everyone comes from a different place, right? Everyone
Yeah.
comes with different thinking and a different basis and a different base in
Mhm.
general. So not everyone's initial thought is the same. You got to remember that not all people like to drive, but they have to drive. So therefore, they become shitty drivers, but they can get to where they can get, you know?
That's true. That's very true.
Just like guns, same thing. Some people don't want to handle it, but they like detective work, so they have to carry a gun. Now, every time they pull it out, they're probably nervous and rusty because they just hate it.
You
know?
shouldn't be a detective in the first place then.
Yeah, I would agree with Zayd on
I know,
that one.
but you got to remember that people like that exist.
Yeah.
They never get comfortable with the uncomfortable thing. They never will.
The driving one's a great example because, I mean, there are a lot of people I know that they say, I hate driving.
Mm-hmm.
And then you sit passenger with them while they're driving. They do like 45 on the freeway while everybody else is going 80.
Yeah, not even 45, dude. They do 45 wrong things. And you're just like, I don't know how we're alive right now, but let me out.
You ran through 4 stop signs.
But like, do you
Yeah.
know how dangerous it is, at least in California, to not go the speed limit on the freeway?
Oh, very.
Because theoretically, the crazy fuckers should be doing 65, and everybody else should be doing like 55 or 60, realistically.
Mm-hmm.
However, we've come to a point where it's like, nah, everybody's doing 85.
Yeah, normal citizens, everyone on the freeway.
minimum.
Let's just
And
say
then when you
90% are doing 85.
And when you do 65 on the freeway in California, you feel like a burden.
Yeah.
At least in Southern California.
Mhm.
All I
Yeah.
feel like I'm doing is slowing everyone else down and getting in the way.
Yeah.
So what I end up doing is I have to keep a really good eye on my rear view to make sure I can get out of the way of people that are just about to friggin'
Yeah.
rear end me going 90.
People that like come behind you and like start flashing you. And it's like, bro,
I see you.
relax. I'm
yeah.
going 75. I don't know how much more you want me to break the law.
The drivers I hate the most are the ones that get right up on your ass going 85, and then at the last 4 to 5 feet, then they merge.
Yeah.
Like almost hitting you.
Yeah.
I've actually gotten to a scenario where one time I was just doing 70 or something on
Those
the way
people,
home.
man.
I was just cruising. This was actually not that long ago, like a couple weeks ago, and just cruising 70, 5 freeway. And all of a sudden, this guy, I could just look at my rear view. I see him hauling ass,
Yeah.
probably doing 9,500-ish.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm like, all right, I'm going to get out of his way. And he's really closing in because he's going fast, right? So I turn my blinker on and I slowly start to get over to the left. And the second that I do that, he does the same thing.
Yeah.
And so I get over into my lane. He's now in my lane and he's really close now. And so then I shift to go back to the other lane I was in. And then he made that adjustment like he was going to turn in at the last second to get around me. But
Yeah.
I moved over. He did that, jerked the whole car, like, because he's like, he didn't want to get into an accident that he definitely was at fault. So it's like, here's me, here's him, hauling ass. This is already after we made the first lane change.
Mhm.
I signaled to go to the right, and so I'm going to the right, and as I'm doing that, he's like this close now. He turns in at the same time, but then he whips the wheel to the left. So like he just completely kicks out at like 95. And then just like, he's
What
just
car?
like minorly fishtailing. It was a BMW. Who else would it be?
Oh my
White
God.
BMW?
I
No.
literally was thinking either
It was the
BMW,
BMW.
No, it
or
was like their darker gray.
Fuck
Or like Civic Type R. That's what I was thinking.
Besides M2s and like.
I had a
don't know,
black.
M2 comps are pretty
This was
nice.
a 4 Series, not an M, just a 4 Series.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
usually those douchebags.
And then I had a dude that was in a 2 Series last night. Same freeway, BMW black 2 Series. There's this weird part of the 5 freeway where when you get off on the 57, there's 3 lanes, and then one of those 3 lanes goes off onto a side street, and the other 2 go back onto the 5 freeway. And there's this weird gap where it's like the lane that's on the right side that goes into the freeway merges into the left, right? They give you a lot of room to merge. And I was already in the left lane, just cruising, doing 65, whatever. This dude just all of a sudden gasses it, and he starts accelerating pretty fucking hard. And so I'm doing 65. I see him coming at me, and he's probably doing 85. And I'm already at the merge spot, and he's not getting over.
Yeah.
This dude's just coming at me and knows that there's no lane there. So I just like looked to my left. Nobody was there. Just whipped the shit over to the left. Just missed my car. Like I'm like this. He's right here. Like just honk the horn. I'm like,
Yeah.
Have you ever thought
I
about
hate it.
reporting a license plate?
I've done it twice.
No.
I've done it twice, personally.
I'm at the point where I might.
Like, I'm just like,
I might
you know
do that
what?
From now on.
Whatever. Let someone else handle this because I don't have the time of day, but at least I will do my job to let them know that there's a fucking reckless driver out here. I hate that stuff.
if it's a drunk driver, I will.
Yeah.
But I haven't run into a drunk driver in a long time.
Even if it's a fucking Mopar group, like just going wild on the freeway.
Yeah.
Like remember the time we were driving together and those assholes were just literally 90, 95,
95,
going through
100, bro.
9
lanes.
times out of 10, I can't see the license plate if they're going that fast.
Dash cams.
Well, they're not the best drivers, so usually they make maneuvers that get themselves
Yeah,
stuck.
why
in the
is
fucking...
it? Why is it that dudes think they're fucking Ricky racers?
I don't know.
And they're just doing 90 on the freeway. Like
don't know.
just
I don't
because
know.
you go fast in a straight line doesn't mean you're a
Well,
good driver.
They don't realize that Fast and Furious was a shitty movie. Like,
Okay, to be fair though, yeah, they were bad movies, but that's why people loved them.
yeah.
Because they were cheesy and they made an attempt to get into the car culture.
Yeah.
And they stemmed their whole car culture off from
Yeah.
like their own movie.
Race
like-
for slips? Nah, slips plus your girl. Oh, shoot.
Was that a real line?
I don't know. Probably.
Do you know what racing for slips means?
What?
Racing for slips, it's they're talking about pink
Pink
slips,
slips.
and it's a title swap.
Title swap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when people are like, let's race slips, what they're saying to you is
Really?
whoever loses
Gives up their car.
Yeah, gives up their car.
Holy shit. I didn't know that.
It's pretty gangster. I actually like it a lot. It's
Yeah.
cool.
It's like that
You're
means
getting like
that
a-
means that race is ooh.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
you're all head in. Like
I think it
Flow
was
state.
I think it's either Norway or Sweden, and I want to say it's Norway. They're like really big into the rally scene, right?
but that makes sense because they have
And-
way in their fucking
Exactly, right? Like they start learning how to drive rally style like when they're very young.
Mm-hmm.
Like in some cases as young as like 6 to 8. Like
That's down.
that's when they start learning how to as soon as they can touch the pedals and look over the steering wheel, it's game on. Like super badass. And they have this rally series in their country where the government actually mandated it. And it's interesting. They have restrictions on the cars. They're not allowed to cost over $1,000. So they're all pieces of shit. They're all held together with like glue and thumbtacks and shit
Yeah.
like that. And if like the race is over and somebody likes your car, like say you came in first place and I
Mhm.
came in third, and I'm like, man, I really want to drive that. I would go over to you and say, hey, can I have that car? And you have to say yes.
Really?
Yeah, because the cars are so cheap. The
Oh,
cars
what
mean
the-
nothing.
Wow. That's interesting.
Dude, the car has to be less than $1,000.
Wow.
Are you really going to miss it that much? And
Not
also,
really.
all the cars are of similar equal value, so it doesn't really matter. They're all under $1,000.
Hmm. That's very funny.
Just race and walk away.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. You just beat the hell out of these cars, and it's like, I did great this time. Somebody's like, I want to try that. All right, here you go. Let me try yours next time. Let me see if I can beat you in this one.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Makes
It's like
sense.
a swap meet for cars.
Yeah. But you race them.
Yeah.
Except everything's free.
That's sick.
But it's not free. You had to get $1,000 to put a car in the first
yeah,
place.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
They have
Basically free.
They used to have, or they still have something called the 24 Hours of Lemons, Like, you know the 24-hour of Le Mans?
Le Mans, yeah.
Obviously Ford v Ferrari fanboys in
Mhm.
here, but there's a lesser known race which is arguably more interesting depending on where you lie and in the car world. And the 24 hours of lemons, it's a similar thing, and I think the rules used to be your car had to be in total a value of $500.
Mm.
Like the value of the car, because obviously you need to put some safety shit into it so you don't die on the racetrack.
Yeah.
So the car value before modification was like less than $500. So just a piece, like the worst car you've ever seen, like a lemon. Do you know what a lemon is in the automotive world?
Mhm.
A lemon, for those that don't know, is well, in California we have lemon laws, which if you have a major malfunction with a part of the car, something that causes it to stop driving, if it happens 3 times within, I think it was like a year or
It's
two.
a defective
I
car,
think 2
essentially.
years.
Yeah, you can
Something.
claim lemon law, and it's a whole crazy process. But you just race these piece of shit cars, and some of the work on them are astounding.
Mhm.
Like just the worst looking cars you've ever seen, and they have an unbelievable engineering team behind them, and so they're able to do wild aerodynamics for essentially nothing. like
Damn.
PVC pipes holding on wings.
24
like
hours.
that.
That's
24-hour race in a
Jesus
car that
Christ.
costs less than like $500.
must
That
be
is really
fucking
cool.
Miserable.
I bet you it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's fun, but it
We should
also
do-
must be miserable.
We should do the 2 a.m.
The 2 a.m. Le Mans.
Man, we'd have so many fun videos that we could do of just like
for
the
real.
wildest.
Yeah, like race challenges.
That's why you guys should
'Cause none
follow
of-
us on YouTube.
None of us have ever car raced before.
No.
K1 race.
Yeah,
messed
we've
around,
raced
but-
like go-karts and stuff like that, but not
Yeah.
like on a professional track. And so like we go in and we do like race school and stuff like that. One of us or two of us get our certification.
We're doing that, dude. 100%.
Yeah, we have to.
We have to. We just talk about cars too much. We need to do that.
The Porsche
I would like to
experience.
get race certified. That would be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That's something that like touches me deeply. It's nice.
Because, dude, then we just do these like really shitty little races, get a bunch of content out of it. Us building up the car,
Look
Mhm.
inside,
Us-
flipping his car.
getting to the event, racing.
In fucking 250 FPS.
You go up to the car. Of course,
a
he's
random
blasting the
ass
Dark Knight soundtrack.
Oh man.
We'll show up to like Willow Springs and just
Yeah.
the worst car everyone's ever seen. Just setting blistering lap times. Like, what are they doing?
This man is mental.
He's metal. Oh my god.
Absolutely astonishing performance.
All right. So should we close it off by giving a tribute to Alex Trebek for dying?
Dude, Alex Trebek and fuck, what was his name?
White People Humor had a really good post about it, unfortunately, and it was damn, Joe Biden's been president one day and Alex Trebek is
Already dead. Oh my god, man. That sucks, dude.
It's really tragic.
Yeah. But it was his time.
And
And his
this
time is now.
is our tribute
And
to Mr. Jeopardy.
yeah. Enjoy.
Don't cry on us, yeah.
I'm already crying.
I know it's tough, but
Yeah. But you know what it is, Zaid? That's life.
it's the cycle of life.
Waking up, knowing everything that's coming on TV tonight. I start my car, head off to school, sleeping in my first period. Oh. Suddenly it's 7th period and we're off to go home, deciding whether to do the homework before you watch Jeopardy. And it's now 7 p.m. and you know on that TV
In the stew.
and your mom's taking a nap, and you know life is great when you got nothing to do besides watch Jeopardy. Oh, Alex Trebek, you help me realize that life is short.
Life is short and
Gray, but not in a bad way.
He's wise.
Yes, he's wise. His wording changed my life, and I cannot thank him enough for being a part of my life.
Close us off, Saeed.
Jeopardy is all I see. Think of you, Trebek. We'll see you next time around.
And on that note, follow us on YouTube,
Alex Trebek,
officially 2
we
a.m.
will miss you.
The Instagram is at the 2 a.m. podcast.
In the stew.
Subscribe.
Thanks for being cool.
Anchor,
Thank you guys.
Spotify,
That
Apple
is
Podcast.
episode number 59 with a rap for you. All right, guys, we will see you next time. Thank you again for joining us.
Maybe next time Logan will have his pants off. Who knows?
Who knows? Anyway, guys, stay tuned. Peace.